You have the latest for us. Good morning, Brian.
Indeed. Good morning. Stanford claimed to have as much money under his control as Madoff, some $50 billion. And like Madoff, Stanford is a man with lots of friends in Washington.
Well, it's very simple because
it was just last May that CNBC produced a flattering profile of Alan Stanford, calling him one of the world's richest men and addressing him as Sir Alan.
Is it fun being a billionaire?
Well, yes. I have to say it is fun being a billionaire, but it's hard work.
It got a lot harder for Stanford Tuesday as U.S. Marshals moved in on his financial empire, raiding offices in Houston, Memphis, and Tupelo, Mississippi. The Securities and Exchange Commission alleges Stanford is running a fraud scheme, promising investors impossible to achieve returns, much as Madoff did.
Initially, we put our money in this institution and in the CD because we were nervous about the markets and we thought it was a safe place. I'm so just upset right now, I can't even talk about it.
Stanford's business is headquartered on the Caribbean island of Antigua. He is a flamboyant character who shows up on television at cricket championships and has entertained many members of U.S. Congress. In the last decade in Washington, Stanford and his companies have spent more than $7 million on lobbyists and campaign contributions in efforts to loosen regulation of offshore banks. Among the top recipients, Senator Bill Nelson of Florida, Congressman Pete Sessions of Texas, Senator John McCain of Arizona, and Senator Chris Dodd of Connecticut.
He gave this money. He gave it at a critical time during which he was lobbying on legislation that would have helped him.
Once again, this is a case of the SEC asleep at the switch. Allegations of fraud and possible drug money laundering have been made against Stanford for almost 10 years. But the SEC took action only after 2 former employees filed a lawsuit in civil court. And as of now, federal authorities, Robin, say they do not know where Stanford is.
CDs. People feel that's one way you can keep your money safe.
A
CDs.
safe haven, exactly. Unlike the sort of more elaborate schemes that Madoff had, this is very simple. People thought the money would be there forever.
And it wasn't.
And now, bad news.
It is. Brian, thank you for your investigation. Yes. Diane?
All right. We have talked about for